Okay. The characters have arrived at the hospital and presented to the casualty department, but because of a crisis, they've been sent to an overspill ward that has dodgy electrical doors. They find themselves trapped at this moment. Chris cannot get the doors to budge. He kicks the panel like Caressa, but no response.
Is there water? Food? Drink?
It'll be a matter of minutes. No one will starve. There's water in the tap.
But there's a crisis out there.
The crisis is that we're always in a crisis.
Why didn't you ask me?
Ask you what?
My pain level on a scale of 1 to 10. Why didn't you ask me?
Good question, Christopher. Yep.
Staff marches away to attend to Chloe, pulling the curtain firmly around the bed, leaving Chris perplexed and alone. There's a lull on the ward. As well as the hum of the generator, we can hear the shower. A puff of steam comes from the open door of the bathroom. Caressa has found a toolbox on her cart and is taking the panel off the electric box by the doors. Staff emerges from Chloe's cubicle, gently pulling back the curtains. She fills in paperwork using Med's cabinet to lean on. Plank is roaming, unable to sit still. He messes with equipment and wheels himself in the wheelchair. He constantly steals glances at Chloe. Chris is watching the Meds cabinet, but to get a better view, he wanders over to Chloe, throwing disapproving glances at Plank.
Chloe?
Chloe doesn't respond.
Chloe?
Oh, yes. Hi.
Congratulations. I'm not sure if anyone...
Okay.
Awkward silence. Plank's found a diagnostic light attached to a wall. He mucks about with it. Plank sees Chloe watching and acts goofy. He gets a small smile for his trouble. Chris is still distracted by the Meds cabinet.
Do you have siblings?
My mom said one mistake was enough.
She has a sense of humor then.
No. Is it bad?
Chris is still distracted by the Meds cabinet.
Is what bad?
Your stones?
Well, they've been grumbling.
I'm David.
He sums up courage to speak to Chloe, arriving like a force field and oblivious to interrupting Chris.
I'm David. Everyone in Wayland calls me Plank because I'm like built tough. Like, don't bend right. Know what I mean?
Hi, I'm Chloe.
All right, banker boy. Bog. Is that for real? Like, I would proper depot that. Are the stones gonna come out of your dick? Because that like sounds like I mean, do they squeeze themselves out one by one, or like is it like, you know, like crunchy nuts, cornflakes, a cluster? You know what I mean?
Plank, unaware of personal space, he happily rests one bottom cheek on Chloe's bed and absent-mindedly plays with her blanket. She leans away from him, clutching at her dressing gown.
Excuse you.
Yeah, what?
Give the lady some air.
My mom told me I forget personal space sometimes. I don't mean nothing. It's just, how are you feeling? It's right painful, like when the contractions come.
They weren't at first, but now they're getting...
Yeah, like if I can help you, like if you want to hold my hand or give me a hug, punch me in the face. I don't mind.
I wouldn't like to.
You can. In Wayland, right, I get punched in the face like 5 times a day. I'm sort of used to it. Serve the soup, punch, clean the table, punch, and that's just the guards. Nah, joking with you. The guards wouldn't punch you in the canteen.
Why?
Cameras. Do you want your mum?
She's gonna be mad.
Why would she be mad?
She said her labor with me was the worst night of her life, and then when I grew through it, she wants to watch.
Did she say it like that?
Yes.
Just like that? Not being funny or nothing, but that sounds well messed up. What did your boo say about that? About your mum? Do you have someone? Or was it like ships that like dock in the night?
Ships that pass in the night.
I think you're wrong there, buggy boy. If there weren't some docking, how do you explain the bone in the oven? What say you, Chloe? I love that name, Chloe. It's bright feminine. You know what I mean? Like, Do you want your mum?
No.
You know what? My mum, uh, I miss her so much, right? She was so lovely, you know, like she was the best mum in the world. You know what she used to say? She said, whatever is said in the dark will be heard in the light. She read the Bible a lot, my mum. I'm not sure what it means, but I think it means better out than in.
Chloe's face crumples a little.
I don't get it. In the dark?
Like what people try and say on the quiet, sneaky, like in the dark. Everyone will know about. 100%, no doubt.
Chloe looks disturbed by this idea.
You look right, said.
Plank, can you give me a hand?
In a minute. Chloe's hurting. Come on, Mr. Bog. Insensitive much?
Maybe we could make some tea for Chloe. Don't worry. I'll take care of you.
We will take care of you. Better way to brew, right? How do you take it? Milk, no sugars. Am I right? Is your like sweet enough already? Corny, right? But you are like sweet though. I'm doing an NVQ in catering. Not so rough there, Boggy. If you want to cuddle, you just have to ask.
This amuses Chloe and she breaks into a smile. This encourages Plank, who pretends Chris has pinched his bum.
Oh, all right, mate. No need to get handsy.
Chloe is giggling until a contraction takes her. Caressa has returned from the electric box, having failed to open the door. Staff gives her unheard directions pointing towards the bathroom. Caressa takes bin bags from her cart and heads to the bathroom. Staff writes up notes, leaning on the meds cabinet. Plank goes through the cupboards of the kitchenette. Chris has eyes on the med cabinet and Staff. His hand now has a slight tremor.
There's nothing in here. Not even a dried up custard cream. Hey, Boggy Boy, can I ask you a personal question?
It depends on what it is.
You faking it?
Taking what?
Stones.
What a ridiculous thing.
Okay, man. I learned stuff inside. Like your skin ain't right, you know? Should have put a bit of talc on those cheeks. Pale it up a bit. Looking too Old Spice, you know what I mean? Your hands. Starting to get the shakes a bit, Boggy Boy.
You've been banged up for too long in here.
100%, man. I got you, Boggs.
Why would I fake anything? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Hill, man. I ain't no snitch.
Chris walks purposefully up to Staff and grips his side in spasm.
Staff! Oh, I'm really suffering here.
I can only give you something after the scan gives us a diagnosis.
I'm not getting a scan, though, am I? How can I get a scan? Look, I need something now.
We will be rescued soon enough.
Look, with all due respect,
Here's singing
Never let you see
sweetly.
my broken heart is hurting.
She has an amazing voice, deep, powerful, operatic.
All my sorrows and pain, I'll do my crying in the rain.
This is what is wonderful, apart from Chris, who's doubled over.
please, just give me something.
Of course.
Chris looks hugely relieved.
Just give me a minute.
Chris is furious at her lack of urgency, and it's made worse that Plank is winking at him. Staff goes over to Chris and stealthily placing Queenie's clothes in bin bags. Together, they investigate the pocket of Queenie's large coat. Like Mary Poppins' bag, they pull out all sorts of surprising, unhelpful possessions. Bottles of booze are poured away, and Staff pockets a large orange. Chris growls in pain or frustration. Chloe is concerned for him. She approaches Staff.
Staff,
Yes, dear.
I think, were you going to give him something? I think he's in a lot of pain.
He's not concerned about yours, darling. I am, though. Have you heard of Lamar's breathing?
Chloe has no idea. Staff shows her.
Okay. On the contraction, breathe in through the nose, 2, 3, out through the mouth, 2, 3. Have you been to any classes?
Caressa demonstrates Lamar's breathing to Chloe. Queenie bursts out of the shower room in just a towel, surprising everyone with the fact that he is very obviously she. Queenie is still sporting her wet, still dirty bandage around her knee. Caressa takes a stack of laundered gowns from her cart. Queenie roars in fury.
Where's my coat? Who was it?
Oh, we poured
Now
away.
you're a professional thief. You. Oh, you.
Queenie looks like she's about to beat up Chloe and staff. Plank springs into action, placing himself in front of Chloe for protection. Caressa appears with a gown for Queenie. She stands patiently holding it, oblivious to the threat. Queenie ignores her.
Give me my coat.
We poured your booze away.
How dare you?
It's protocol.
Protocol. You lock up little thieves and you promote big thieves to high office. You strap the same to their beds and you let loose the lunatics. I'll sue every last one of you. You're not holding me here.
Regally, Queenie steps into the gown that Caressa is holding and drops her towel. And then, without waiting for it to be done up and flashing her bare bum, she runs to the doors, yelling,
Freedom! Cry God for Harry!
Doors are, of course, shut and locked and won't open no matter how much Queenie kicks and yells.
To be free is not to cast off one's chains, but to respect the right of others to be free.
Staff sighs and walks over to Queenie, followed by Caressa.
They are jammed. The electric's failed.
You can gel my body, but you cannot capture my soul.
No.
You did this.
No, I didn't do this. The doors are jammed because of a power cut.
But it's your hospital.
If it were my hospital, I'd have bulldozed it 20 years ago. Come on, sweetie.
I am not your sweetie.
You're not. No. I apologise. Okay. How would you like to be addressed?
Queenie is suddenly lifeless, all the stuffing knocked out of her. She allows Caressa to tie her gown.
Queenie?
Queenie, will you let me take a look at that leg?
Queenie slowly regains her composure and rises again, clenching her fists.
Do you want a knuckle sandwich?
Staff's not about to argue. She has other work to get on with.
I do not. Right, nothing to see here. Chloe, back to bed, love. Yeah, Plank, come with me. I need to check your levels.
Staff and Plank curtain a cubicle. Chloe returns to her bed. Caressa moves her cart to the doors, puts her toolbox away and starts to polish doors. Chris approaches Queenie, who's muttering unintelligibly to herself words like hostage, detainee, dirty lag.
We're all locked in.
Queenie carries on muttering, lost in her own world.
She's poured all your bottles away.
How very dare she?
She doesn't understand that you need your...
Medicine. Oh, they took it.
just something to mellow you out.
You, sir, are a gentleman.
To make it through the day, from A to B, to think straight, to function. She doesn't understand that it isn't a desire, it's an essential need.
It can't make me
Can't make you what?
feel.
Queenie's muttering again. He's losing her attention.
You need your medicine, right?
Keeps out the cold. Kick my leg.
No.
Kick it. I don't feel a thing. Kick it, man. The medicines give me powers to see. They see nothing. I'm sitting right here, and they don't see me. I'm invisible. It's dark magic.
You know, there is medicine.
They look at the meds cabinet, agreeing that that's where the medicine is. Caressa is polishing the doors.
I could distract the cleaner, and you could maybe borrow a little something.
Excellent plan, Corporal. How will you distract her?
I'll talk to her.
You need to use your sexual magnetism. Use your powers. Like the king of the jungle, you're a lion stalking your prey.
I can distract. You get the medicine.
Chris goes up to Caressa, who's polishing glass.
Hi. Look, I have an idea about the doors. Can you show me the place that you kick it?
Caressa beams as usual. She's happy to help. Chris engages Caressa with the electric panel, but keeps checking behind him to see if Queenie is approaching the meds cabinet. Queenie approaches the meds cabinet like a cat burglar. Queenie reaches the meds cabinet, opening the lid quietly, looking about her for staff. The lid is opened and she stares in wonder as if it contains all the riches in the world. Then she lets out a huge roar of rage. She kicks the meds cabinet, spins around. She yells a torrent of unintelligible abuse. Chris,
Yeah, like points. Don't like that. Yeah, you can
Wait.
fancy killing.
and she sits down, sulking like a child.
Oh,
Seizes the meds cabinet and examines it, opening and shutting the door,
Where are the drugs?
looking frantically at the floor.
Queenie,
no, no, you can't make me. You can't make me do it.
Where are the drugs?
Queenie,
Queenie roars in pain and holds her knee.
Oh, ah,
Nothing here.
oh.
I know.
Silence.
As of 1200 hours, the hospital ran out of anglices.
You said there was enough.
I did. This insulin is for Plank.
You lied.
Staff is not coward. Instead, she looks at Chris in disbelief.
I'll report you. You're finished.
Let me examine you, Christopher.
Staff approaches him and rips his shirt out of his trousers. She lays hands on his stomach and pokes him hard.
Does this hurt?
Then,
On a scale of 0 to 10, Christopher,
Chris' face is disbelief and shock. What is happening?
you know why we don't give immediate pain relief, Christopher? Do you know why we have to test for pain? Why we make patients wait in pain for relief?
Chris is undone for a moment, but recovers his anger.
You're mad. We're trapped in here with a mad woman.
He looks like he could punch Staff. Plank moves protectively towards Staff, but Staff can protect herself and doesn't back down. She's angry. Chris backs away. He viciously kicks at the meds cabinet, and there's nowhere to go apart from the bathroom. He goes in and slams the door.
There's nothing.
Staff seems angry at herself for losing her temper. She takes a huge breath.
Chloe, love, you're young. Your body is designed to do this. I'm going to be right here. No, you're way past the point of epidural anyway. So come on, let's talk. We're going to breathe. We're going to walk. And we're going to yell this place down if we have to. Mm-hmm.
Terrified, she whimpers a little and allows Staff to lead her back to her bed. Queenie is stroppy. She retreats to her lookout by the doors, kicking the furniture on the way. Plank slopes off to the other bed, looking perturbed at the situation. Only Caressa remains. She closes the med cabinet, stands it upright and gives it a little polish, seemingly unmoved by the chaos.
Wonderful. Thank